Welcome to Stories and Songs by Afterglow Music. My name is Joel McCausland.
And I'm Kevin Peay, and we've been creating music for a long time.
We'd like to tell you the stories behind our songs.
Holy child, this Christmas is yours. May we give our hearts. Holy child, forever we'll celebrate your birth.
We're coming up on the holiday season. Let's talk about a song you wrote a few years ago.
Called The Holy Child.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because I hadn't really revisited that song until just the other night. You and I had the wonderful opportunity to perform in the Interfaith concert.
Davis County's Interfaith Choir and Orchestra Christmas concert. It was great.
And one of those featured numbers was The Holy Child. And interesting enough, as I went through that song again, it was a reminder to me of when and where I wrote that song. It was actually in the living room of our house, and there was a Christmas tree in the corner. And I remember there being just a lot of celebration associated with our children, a lot of presents, anticipation, and a lot of wonderful things that we all anticipate during this holiday season. I don't know what the particular process was for me, except there was a moment in that time when I thought to myself, is this the reason why we do this? And I remember that Cindy had put a picture of the Savior on our hearth, and that was kind of our theme, and she would always try and bring that back to what the real purpose of the giving was. And that's really how this song came to be. I thought about the star, and I thought about 3rd Nephi, and I thought about all the things that associated with the Nephites and everybody that was involved with it when the shepherds were trying to find the Christ child, and all of the stories that we hear in Luke too, and then it just kind of came. I wasn't quite sure how to craft the music, so I remember sitting down at the piano and just playing some real simple chords. It's a real simple song.
Kev, I was thinking about that the other night. We haven't performed that song live in a long time. It's one of our older songs now, for sure. But when I was listening to it the other night, so we had, and this is kind of an interesting story that it's probably worth telling. So, it's got to be 30 or so years ago. We were in Pleasant Grove doing a program, and the people who run this big interfaith concert every year are the Pullums, Randy and Marianne, and they do a tremendous job. They've been doing it for over a decade. And it's amazing to me they can pull it together. It's orchestra and choirs from many different churches in this area, and they somehow make it this cohesive, wonderful program. Well, they were raising their children at the time, and you and I did a fireside or a program, and I had forgotten some of this detail. Marianne reminded me of it when we first reacquainted ourselves with her. But she said a couple of her boys were there that day, and after the program was over, they came up to say hello, and they're interested in music. The family's very musical. And we sat down at the piano with them and showed them a couple of chords. And these are little kids. And I kind of have a vague memory of this, but it's not really a big, clear memory. Marianne said it was a big deal for them, the little boys. And so as a result of all that, as we got considered to be the guest artist for this concert, Derek Pullum, their son, asked if he could play Holy Child for us, be the guitar player on Holy Child. And she made a point of that as soon as they asked us to sing. She's like, here's a few songs we have in mind that we love of your, stuff you can do with the choir and stuff that you've done on your own. But would you please do Holy Child? And oh, by the way, and she was kind of embarrassed to ask, is it okay if my son Derek plays the guitar for you on this? And I thought, boy, that's a sweet thing. That's a long, long time ago, and not something that maybe was as big a memory for us as it might have been for him, but he was just as sweet as could be, even, as we did this together, and grateful that he had a chance to do that. And it was a neat experience to be able to reconnect with him and be able to do the song. And it it just reminded me again, even musically, as you were talking about, this song has beautiful harmonies, beautiful melody. It just has this kind of flow to it that's kind of makes it a Christmas classic for me. I'm not sure everybody knows it like we do and would feel that way, but it's one of my favorites for Christmas for sure.
Well, I hope the message points us in the right direction. I remember we recorded this, I believe it was at Bonneville International way back when.
Probably would have been, huh?
And this is when we did some of our Christmas songs, specifically this one. This was under, I believe, a Christmas Wish.
I think so.
Was the album.
And then first Christmas album we did.
And then we had the opportunity to do Forever Christmas over in London. But it was fun to be able to have the arrangers work on this one. And I didn't really know where they would take it at the time. And I think I believe it was Merrill.
I think so.
In that environment, Merrill Jensen. And I was expecting, if I remember correctly, I was expecting something a little bit bigger. And then all of a sudden it came back to this simple guitar piano arrangement, which I thought was just perfect because the birth of the Savior was simple. And all things around this birth is majestic, but there was a great simplicity to it in the manger. And so maybe the song hopefully captures some of the feelings that I had at that point in time, and maybe everybody else who hears this might feel the same way.
Yeah, I think so. You know, the other thing that was funny, I was just thinking about this. I'm not sure we did it both times we did Christmas albums, but the unique thing about doing a Christmas album is you have to do it in June. And we had to decorate the studio. I don't know if you guys remember that. We had to put up some lights and tinsel and stuff in the studio because we were recording Christmas songs in the summertime so that the album would be ready for the fall release.
You're right. We did do that, and I think we probably should have done more straw and manger stuff and barnwood.
I don't think they would have loved that in the studio.
Than Christmas decorations. But anyway, maybe the audience, hopefully you'll like this arrangement of it, and hopefully it'll bring you to the time of the season and the purpose of the season as well.
Beautiful song, Kev.
Holy child, this Christmas is yours. May we give our hearts. Holy child, forever we'll celebrate your birth. Help me remember that there's a reason why I give on Christmas morning. Because of you, you gave my life to me. You gave it all for free. I'll give your love for Christmas and feel my heart receive. Give to those around me like you gave to me. Help me remember that there's a reason why I give on Christmas morning. Because of you, you gave Give your love for Christmas and feel my heart receive. Give to those around me like you gave to me. Oh.